Ladies and gentlemen, this is part number 11 of the Ark of the Covenant series, and what you are looking at before your eyes is a representation of the bullock or beast that appears on the Ark of the Covenant as described in the book of Exodus. Now this is only a representation of a bullock, and I have explained to you in my previous dissertations that this bullock could be likened an oxen or a calf. I have also explained to you that the two faces that you see on either side of the center of this pictograph or pictography are the two faces of the six-winged seraphim that appear and exist in real life of the Ark of the Covenant itself, according to the measurements and the instructions given to Moses. So these faces that appear as men, which are the faces of the six-winged seraphim, also double for the face, to create part of the face for the bullock. Because when you forget that you are looking at the two faces of two men, it becomes similar in nature to a bullock. And if you decide to try to do this in your own house, then roll the bill like I have rolled it, because that is part of what I have discussed with you on previous occasions that is known as Euclidean optics, and the way the light hits the bill and the designs in the bill itself, the webbing, so to speak. When the light hits it from certain angles, it takes on different appearances. Now, to prove to you that that looked like a bullock, I'm going to show you what a real bullock looks like, and you can see the similarities in nature. The horns, the snout of the oxen or bullock, and the horns that go up and on either side of what I call the God pod with the pyramid in it. These are the horns of the bullock that go upwards and wrap around the God pod upwards, which is up here, the God pod. Now, one more thing I want to show you is that when we turn this bill 180 degrees, what it appears to be is in fact two different faces that are facing upwards on a 45-degree angle, facing up this way, and a 45-degree angle facing up this way. The reason that these exist on a 45-degree angle facing upwards on both sides is because when the person, entity, or godlike being that created all of the pictographs on the reverse and obverse of the $1 bill, utilizing tools such as this, or a computer graphics program that goes far beyond anything that we have in today's world, and they created these pictographs 7,000 years ago, they utilized something else besides Euclidean optics. And one of the things that they utilized was geometry and Euclidean geometry. And the eyes that appear to be eyes where the ends of the pointers are, and these eyes, which are the eyes of the Egyptian pharaohs that I just spoke about in part number 10 of the series, these eyes and these eyes are actually points that the divider can be utilized to walk around on the $1 bill. They can walk towards the end of the bill this way, or they can walk towards the bill, towards the center of the bill this way. So in other words, you can take the dividers and roll them this way or roll them this way. You can also take this measurement and do certain things with it. This measurement here is 10 cubits. The measurement between this line that runs along the outside edge of the Ark of the Covenant and parallel to the end of the $1 bill, immediately above this square, is 10 cubits from the edge of the $1 bill. The edge to the line here is 10 cubits. And I mention this because when you take the bill, and I show this to you as the entire Ark of the Covenant, I have said in a previous video that there are in fact alignment marks on the Ark of the Covenant along the edge, on the top, bottom, and sides, on both the front and reverse of the $1 bill. And these alignment marks are very real. In fact, if you'll notice, right here are what appear to be 4 alignment marks right here, but actually there's more. These alignment marks are utilized to create different three-dimensional constructs. These alignment marks are utilized to create different three-dimensional constructs. And there are, in fact, a set of alignment marks of 4 on this edge of the Ark of the Covenant, and a set of alignment marks of 4 on this edge of the Ark of the Covenant. And there are, in fact, 6 sets of alignment marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is also 6 on the bottom, diametrically opposed to those alignment marks that I just pointed out. Now I'm going to zoom in on that, and you're going to notice right here between the tips of the dividers are 6 alignment marks. Excuse me, 1 set of the 6 alignment marks. Here is another set of the 6 alignment marks between the dividers. Here is 1 set. No good.